Williams veers left, pulls up, looking for the lead, and got it. Jalen Williams, 2 seconds, 1:11.109. Now SGA probing, piercing, spinning, hanging for the lead, and SGA knocks it down. The Thunder finally get the defensive stop, and SGA puts them in front.
I'm Kenrich Williams. You're listening to Topic Thunder.
And welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Top Thunder Podcast. I'm your host, Dylan Hunsinger at Thunder Chats. We're part of the Believe Network, and this podcast is brought to you by nobody yet, but stay tuned. It's going to be exciting. In the terms of things that are exciting, a lot of things have actually happened today in Thunderland, which, peek behind the curtain, me and Alex was all set to pod last night, and Nova decided to wake up and just raise hell at like 11:30 at night. So we was not able to podcast, but Nostradamus. No, that doesn't sound right. Nostradamus. There it is. Yeah. Nostradamus. He's like, all you have to talk about tonight is Brandon Carlson. Wait another day, and there will be a lot to talk about, and we got lots to talk about. So, shout out Nova. I am joined by Tierney here. I'm joined by Alex, of course, in the Batmobile. It's J Will Day. Another thing that
happy J Will Day to everyone out there.
Yeah. So a lot's going on, fellas. How we doing?
Happy Boom Day, everybody. Happy Boom Day.
Just celebrating my Boom Day. Didn't do any fireworks. Should have done some of those for Boom Day.
Should have saved some fireworks for Boom Day.
Maybe next year we gotta save one for Boom Day. We celebrate.
We didn't have a lot of time for preparation. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of time for preparation this year. Next year we'll be ready.
Yeah.
We'll be ready to bring the boom.
Oh yeah.
Fellas, so like I said, a lot has happened today. How do you guys want to open it? Let's do choose your own adventure. What do you guys want to talk about to start it out?
I made the title the arena stuff because I thought that was the biggest news, but
that's fine with me.
Let's start with that. Let's headline that.
Let's cook with it, man. Yeah,
some pictures for you guys on YouTube.
Today, Mayor David Holt and the designer, what was his name?
Marika.
Yes, Marika. They had a presentation today at the State of the City address showing the renderings for the new Oklahoma City Thunder Arena. And let me just tell you, somebody cooked here. I think it's like absolutely fire. Of course, state of the art. Almost $1 billion. It like on first glance, you see like the
Thunder Alley.
Yeah, Thunder Alley. We're definitely going to talk about, but like just looking at the arena, like just the glass surrounding the glass. I really like that. It looks really cool. Like just to be able to like walk by and see like everything that's going on inside, and also
there's aura around the arena.
So much aura.
Hey. People are saying.
And I know they're not going to do this, but I wish they did have this OKC logo like up here.
Yeah,
because it's going to be like some oil company or whoever whoever sponsors us. But
Brahms, baby, Brahms.
There was a Brahms edit. I think
Raybar
put it out. It was pretty sick, but I don't think Brahms has that kind of money yet, unfortunately. That'd be sick,
listen, having any kind of logo that large,
it's crazy.
It's kind of crazy. But
you see it from the sky, from the satellites.
Yeah, the Thunder logo would be like super fire. But yeah, no, my biggest takeaway from this, like whenever I first saw the video that the Thunder put out with it, Thunder Alley is back. We have been begging for the times of Thunder Alley to return. You can even see over here on the left, there's a screen, like there's a giant screen there where the folks can watch the game in said alley. We've never been more back, guys.
Is that a screen too? Those like dark, like where my mouse is right now. If you guys can see that, is that a screen? That would be sick too. But you could be like lined up here if you don't have a ticket, and you could just watch. I don't know if they're going to broadcast the game, maybe not, but
that's what they did. Like back in like the finals are in 2012, right?
Yeah, but so they had those screens on the side of the arena, on the Reno side of it. It would show the game basically out there, and they had like benches out there, but it got a little bit too big for itself, and things happened. And you know how it happens when things are free. Not to say anything bad, but when things are free, things tend to happen kind of negatively.
Some bad apples show up, and it's whatever. But yeah, it's super cool. I love the glow too. I don't know how they're doing this, but like the blue glow is just.
I hope that's real.
That I mean, because if it's just glass, I mean, it's still cool, but like that really and you can do a lot with that too.
At night,
it'd be so cool. And I'm trying to like this first picture. So this like down here is where the old stadium is in the bottom.
I wonder
right.
what that's going to be.
And so because this is that little walkway area, Botanical Gardens that we usually go through to get to the game. So yeah, it's like I guess. Yeah, I'm very impressed with it. The cynic in me is, when any construction happens and there's a timeline on it, it always feels like it's going to be longer than you like. That's always how it goes with construction. Right. So I don't know. So basically with this timeline, we have 3 more seasons left, and that would mean that the core 3 would be in the arena still together. So fingers crossed that timeline still holds, but I'm a little hesitant to believe it's going to be ready for the 2028 season just yet.
So a couple of things that I'm hearing about the arena itself. So the current arena holds 18,203 people at max capacity. So the new arena is going to downsize a little bit. So it's going to feature 17,000 plus seats. So less seats, but the square footage is going to be bigger, which probably means the concourses are bigger, so more room to walk around. You probably have more leg room. They did upgrades on the seats a couple years ago, but what ended up happening was it kind of lessened the amount of space between seats, like in front of you and behind you. Right. So a lot of people, kind of complained that their knees were kind of bumping up on the seat in front of them. Where it didn't before that. And so I think they took that into account. And so unfortunately, it is going to be less seating. But if they happen to work Thunder Alley into that somehow, some way, it may be, you may be able to get kind of a similar experience, all together as 18,000 strong as opposed to 17,000 strong just in the arena, and that's it. So yeah, just that part of it kind of sucks a little bit, but I kind of get it. And they also said that the atmosphere within the arena would be more closer to the floor. Yeah. And so I think they kind of do that in Indianapolis and Indy, where like the seating is a lot more like closer. It's more like a curvature type bowl.
It looks steeper. Is a lot more closer. Steep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the seating's a lot more closer to the floor. So loud city is going to become even louder city probably. So that should be fun.
Yeah, and also what you said, 18,203, and that's going to be like 17,000 plus. Like it's about 1,200 seats. It looks like, just looking at the renderings. Again, these are just renderings, but shout out Tony Lopez. He pointed this out on Twitter. It looks like the 200s is the section that kind of
got squeezed out.
Yeah, that's kind of where it squeezed out. Like it looks like Loud City's bigger. It looks like the lower levels are bigger. So like. I don't know. Like I think that the losing the seats is kind of overblown a little bit. That's I think for all the reasons you said. Like I didn't even think about the Thunder Alley kind of mitigating that a little bit, because the idea is if you have less seats, I think they said it's a more intimate experience, but also like if you have less seats, it's gonna be harder to get in. So with the harder to get in, if you have Thunder Alley as an alternative, that could be even better. Almost like whenever I was growing up and I was reading like Royce's posts on Daily Thunder, like back on the finals runs, I had never dreamed about like going to a finals game. I just wanted to go to Thunder Alley for a playoff game and be a part of that. And then
so if you look, so Tierney, go
the banners
forward back to where. Yeah, so if you look, I think they have 2 championship banners up there.
I was wondering this because I don't know what these banners are. And I was speculating, like, did they include another one? But I don't know what the dark blue is.
I think it might be. I think one's the Western Conference.
It's the conference champion. Yeah,
it could be. Yeah, and I mean, you want to separate those championship banners from like the Western Conference champion and Northeast Division champion. So I mean, Northwest
I think this
Division
is
champion.
Yeah, I think this is just all the banners we currently have in the Nick Collison. So
yeah,
but yeah, like the reason I pulled this video up to is like this particular angle. You can, I don't know exactly how accurate the rendering is, but you can see on the left side how like steep this is. It feels like it's a lot steeper. And some people were saying like, at least in this front, the back seating area, if it's going to be sort of like the Clippers wall a little bit.
I believe that is the same person that built it. Am I correct?
Yeah,
that'd be interesting. Yeah. We need to come up. We need to workshop some names for that. If that is the case, we have 4 years, so or 3 years, so we have some time. But interesting.
It'll be around this time in 3 years that if everything holds the form, we should be in that arena.
Yeah, and that's the thing too.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I saw somebody talking about. I think it was actually Andrew that pointed it out, but. The fact, there was this big controversy whenever the arena vote came up about the Thunder footing, like 50 million of it. And then the rest was going to be the taxpayers. And obviously, like, there were some people that was like all for it because, this is what it takes to be a big league city. But there was also other people that understandably so is like, I feel like the billionaires should be able to foot more, towards their building. But now that we're in this scenario where we have a championship roster, we just paid our 3 best players a substantial amount of money, and the conversation is just about how we're going to keep this team together, how we're going to pay the tax, pay the apron, go into the second apron, pay the repeater taxes, whatever. Now that we're in that conversation again, like in these next 3 years, the fact that they are not having to pay as much into that building, they will be more able to pay into that payroll and maintain this roster to fill that building consistently. So
did I not hear that they're also technically leasing the building? Like the city of OKC technically owns the building, the arena, and the owners are leasing it. So that's another reason why they didn't commit as much money. But that could have just been something I read that wasn't true because I think it was on Twitter. But I don't know if either of you know any of that, but that's also what I heard as to a reason why they didn't cough up as much money for that, however many hundreds of millions.
If 93% of that building is paid for by taxes and by the city, then obviously I think the city would own the building and then lease it out to the Thunder. And that's where you sign that. So
their money's going there too.
25-year lease. Yeah, that's where you sign that 25-year lease. Where you say, hey, you'll be here for this amount of time, you'll pay this amount of, money to lease the building and go from there.
Right. Yeah, it's very, very fun, cool concept art. The video we can't show with audio, but it was really cool. Got a little emotional because it was playing the Interstellar music, but very cool stuff.
David Holt is such a good mayor.
Mm-hmm. I didn't catch the whole stream. I just caught the very end, but he
gets stuff done, man.
He gets stuff done. He's the man.
Man, the Thunder did not win the SP for the best team
Philly did.
in sports this year. Stupid Eagles.
16 win team. Come on now.
Well, hey, we got a chip on our shoulder for next year now, boys.
Yep. We got to win that SP.
Got to win that SP. Got to win 69 now.
Absolutely. I'm very excited for the arena. Obviously, Paycom's a great arena in and of itself. Like I don't think it's like again, like it's not like a state of the art arena, but the energy that is in that building, and it's at least for like Thunder fans and like in the NBA, it's kind of, especially like in this playoff runs, it's kind of become like an iconic place. So it'll be a little bit bittersweet to see it go away, but obviously, for bigger and better.
I do like someone else. I think Clemente might have said this, but I like how much more space there is here, like on the, in the corridor. because it does feel like you're a little cramped. This looks like it's like 15 feet people wide. So
yeah, I will say,
big bonus.
At Indy, whenever me and Cone went to Indy, it was all very much like a more open building. Obviously, like whenever you get to like where you're walking to your seats, it's just naturally going to condense a little bit. But even then, it was like more open than OKC's area as well. So yeah, it seems to be like that's the move for like some of these teams with like the newer arenas. It's less seating, but like more square footage. And I think Joe Mussado actually put out it's like 200,000 more square foot as well. So
yeah, it's gonna be a huge building.
Yeah, it is.
3 more years, fingers crossed.
It's gonna be beautiful, and I can't wait for our first Top of Thunder fan event in that building.
Hey, nice. That should be what? But it'll be for this upcoming season.
So it'll be like 7.
6. So it'll be the 7th.
7 or 8.
Yeah. The 7th annual, baby.
Hey,
wow.
Nice.
The Chet Holmgren.
meetup. Nice. I like it.
I love it.
Maybe we'll get Chet to join us.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe.
We got time.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, fellas. Well, hey, that's the big news on the docket. Obviously everybody is very excited about that, but a lot of other things happen in terms of like Thunder basketball. I guess we can talk like, not the super present news. This was just kind of like a footnote that somebody discovered on Spot Rack about Dub's contract, and I am not qualified to explain it. I actually asked Dolan to explain it to me like I'm a 32-year-old, but also a 5-year-old, and he did his best, and I said I understand it. I don't really understand it, so Alex, you are our resident capologist. You keep track of the cap
backup
sheets.
Capologist.
Well, hey, listen, you have
capology.
You have a whole website that keeps track of this stuff, so I think you're better qualified than me.
So number one, Chet's contract I think is a flat rate contract.
25%.
Zach Lowe said that on his podcast, and then Keith Smith confirmed it. Spot Rack.
So is it Spot Rack or is it Spotrac?
I promise. Yeah, I promise. I used to say Spotrac all the time, but I was listening to a podcast and like they was having like that conversation. They literally called customer service and like it was like, "Hello, welcome to Spot Rack," and it was just like a mind-bending moment.
That does not come off the tongue as easily.
But also they track things. Like they track numbers, they track like that doesn't.
Maybe it's Spot Track.
Spot Track. They have extra T in there.
Spa Track. So it sounds like an A instead of an O. Anyways, continue.
So Chet's deal, from everything that we read, is going to be a flat 25%. So it should be about 5 years, $239 million. I don't know where the initial $250 million came from. Maybe that's from the from what they thought the salary cap was going to be in 26-27, which has now gone down about 3% to about which has now gone down about 3% to about 7% increase instead of a 10% increase. And so it's going to be about $239 million over 5 years with no escalators on it. Now, Dub's contract, of course, he's healthier. He's got a lot more accolades in his 3 years. And so he is in line to possibly get a bump up if he continues on that track into this upcoming season. And so his contract for now is the 25% 5-year, $239 million. But if he happens to get, so the only way that he would get the full 5% bump to get up to 30% and make that contract, I believe it's a 5-year, $287 million contract. If he either got MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, or he made first team All-NBA. If he doesn't get MVP, if he doesn't get DPOY, but he makes second team All-NBA, his contract bumps up to 27% of the salary cap. If he gets third team, the contract bumps up to 26% of the salary cap. But if he doesn't get any All NBA at all next season, doesn't win MVP, doesn't win DPOY, it remains at the 25% 5-year, $239 million. So how does this affect the Thunder? So moving forward, when we start to look at the second apron, we start to look at the amount of money over the second over the tax. If Dub and Chet remain at the $239 million contract, that will help them about $8 million per season in just salary. And when you start to factor in the tax, it starts to help them a lot more as far as saving money. Now, again, if he happens to have a crazy year next year and he gets MVP, he gets something, DPOY, first team, I mean, you're talking about a player that probably deserves that contract. I mean, you're talking about somebody that definitely deserves that contract. If he stays completely healthy and Shai stays healthy, I don't see anybody anywhere that is beating us in the finals. I'm pretty sure we are repeating. And so you have those in there. You have like little goals for him to get. If he's able to get those goals somehow, some way, completely awesome. We'll pay you. But if he doesn't, if he just gets maybe, third team or second team, there's still escalators in there to kind of reward him and move on from there.
It does feel like just a win-win all around because
If
he's, for whatever reason, doesn't make an All-NBA team next year, maybe it's because, it takes him a little bit longer in the start of the season to come back from his surgery, or he ends up with a sprain, and the Thunder are a little bit more conservative this time around, so he doesn't tear anything. And maybe he doesn't get in. It's a benefit in the sense that, like you said, you save a little bit of money, pretty much only helps the owners just, stay a little bit richer, to be honest. It doesn't really affect anything as far as, I guess it could. It potentially on the outside of the roster, but the other side of the coin is if he does even a second all NBA next season, that's now a value that contract makes perfect sense. He's worth that value. And then if he is all NBA first team, that means you've got 2 out of the 5 best players in the NBA, I guess. And that's hell yeah. I mean, so
here's your money.
Yeah. Take all of our money, please.
Yeah. And I mean, in the end, we always said, it's always been said that players are going to have to sacrifice somehow, some way. And this is one way that they can sacrifice, because this is something that was negotiated. You could have had J-Dub just say, hey, if I make any All-NBA team, I want the full 5. This helps to kind of negotiate and keep the cost down a little bit, to where you have a little bit more cap flexibility, but you're still getting your max contract, in hand.
Yeah, by year. So if he does make, if this next season he makes first team All NBA, he earned himself $48 million over his
just a regular
contract.
Tuesday.
Talk about a little bit of incentive. That's literally 1 extra year of salary, basically, in terms of your annual average. If I'm J-Dub, I'm taking that and using that as my fuel for next year, because you already won the championship. Obviously, you're still going to be motivated for that, but hey, even if you fall short and get second team All NBA, that's $20 million extra in your bank account. That's incentive right there.
Yeah, and I mean, he's gonna keep getting better, man. He's still young. People don't like to. I mean, I think they realize it, but they don't like to acknowledge the fact that last year was year 3, and he was an All NBA player, all defense,
and there's less of those players that are going to be healthy next year.
Yeah,
Tatum, all those players are going to be out.
Howie, yeah, absolutely. I just got to say, if you guys see me looking to my right here, I'm watching the Summer League game as we're talking. Brooks Barnhizer is cooking.
We would die for him.
Die for the barn burner.
I would die for Brooks Barnhizer. He dunked the other day, and I said, I said Brooks with the barn hammer. We're still workshopping some names, but that's it's a good time out here. But yeah, no Topish, no AJ Mitchell. So it's the Brooks Barnheiser show, and right now he's out playing Jeremiah Fears, so that's exciting.
Oh yeah,
and the Thunder are still whooping that ass.
They are. They're up 16 with 5:41 left.
He needs to change his jersey number to 1. He has 1 fear. And it's Brooks Barnheiser.
Well done, Tierney. Alex, I'm glad that you explained that because there was no way I could. And
it's helpful.
And bottom line, obviously, like if he gets it, he earns his money. But like you were saying, like everybody wants to talk about, like the buzzword for the Thunder is like the second apron and the luxury tax and all that. And it's probably inevitable that we're at least going to have to pay the tax like in a couple of years. And if we are paying the tax and, he hasn't, reached first team All NBA MVP DPOY, which is completely fine. Like that's like a ceiling for him. Like, we don't need that out of him. If he gets there, awesome. But that's what we expect out of Shai. So if he doesn't get there, hey, you're still getting a crap load of money. We're still very happy to pay you, but we're also going to save, I think Dolan said $50 million if he doesn't get any of that in terms of tax. So that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah. But next, we don't have to worry about it too much, but there's a down the line, we're going to have a hard conversation about when Cason Wallace's new contract is up and his extension is up. We're going to have some tough questions to ask, but we don't have to talk about that right now. We got some time.
We got some time. Let's enjoy this team while they are together. And speaking of the team being together, a small sect of them was together tonight for the ESPYs, which was really cool. I don't remember the last time we had I guess it was the Russ. I think it was actually the year that KD went to the Warriors and Russ won MVP. That they went to that was the last time I remember the Thunder being part of the ESPYs.
Because I assume he won that award too, Russ.
Well, I don't know if he won that award or not, but I remember Peyton Manning made a joke about Kevin Durant, and he was like, Russell Westbrook, am I right? And Russ is they put the camera goes to Russ.
Oh, the
Russ
meme,
is just
yeah.
It's awesome. Yep. But yeah, Shai was there with Dub, Isaiah Hartenstein, Lou Dort, and then Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins was also in presence for this for the ESPYs. And unfortunately, the Thunder, as we said, did not win the best team in sports. I feel like they should have. When you do stuff that's historically great, I don't know. But Shai did walk away with some hardware. He got the best NBA player, which, hey, we knew this, but there was always the chance that the Jokic apologists would come in there like they were trying to for MVP. So he got the best NBA player, but also he got the best athlete in male sports. Got the ESPY for best athlete in male sports, which is huge, man. I don't remember. I'll have to look up who the nominees were for that, but there was a lot of good players.
There's a lot of good male athletes out there.
Yeah.
Best male athletes.
I'm looking it up too. So it's a race.
Well, I'm looking on Twitter. That was probably the wrong search bar to use.
So probably Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is probably there.
Yeah, because the Eagles won.
Shai, maybe Jokic also.
Here it is. Oh, this is just the winners. Crud.
God dang it, Tierney. Do better.
Who's the best baseball player? Aaron Judge? I don't know who.
Yeah, probably Judge.
It's probably who won I don't even know who won the World Series, man.
I don't know either.
It was the Dodgers, I think.
Yeah, Nick Jordan. I thought Dort had straight hair. I thought he did too.
Okay.
How do we not have the freaking
I got it.
nominees?
Saquon Barkley, Josh Allen, Shai, and Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, Shohei is the greatest baseball athlete of all time. Beat him out.
There you go. And we did it. Josh Allen had an MVP year.
He wasn't pitching last year, so he was only a one-trick pony last year. He was only hitting a whole bunch of home runs.
Yikes. Yikes! Just hitting dingers, can't do it. Yikes!
Yeah. He pitched this year for like the first time in what, like a year and a half or something like that.
A year and a half. Yeah, he had that UCL surgery.
Yeah, but yeah, Shea beat Josh Allen in his MVP year. He beat Saquon Barkley, his Offensive Player of the Year, in which he's literally jumping over people backwards, and he beat Shohei Ohtani. So, yeah,
He's my athlete.
Once again, people like to call him free throw merchant. He is a merchant, but it's not for free throws. It's for trophies. He's the trophy merchant.
Can you imagine if for the NBA athlete, he wins scoring, NBA MVP, Finals MVP, and then they're just like, yeah, it's actually Jokic. He was the best.
That would have been terrible.
That would have been crazy.
That would so be something ESPN would do, though. Just
I thought they might have. Yeah.
Yeah. God, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, apparently he got on stage and forgot what he was gonna say and started and cussed a few times, and ABC had to censor him, and he was like, I'm messing up here.
Oh shoot. Oh sugar.
It's cool though, because like now that the season's over, anytime that Shea's on the mic, Alex, good to see you, brother. Take it easy.
Alex.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Yeah, anytime that Shea is on the mic now, he gets to not like let loose, but like he gets to, kind of for lack of a better term, let loose. Like he gets, like, people get to see Shea's personality a little bit more. Unlike in the regular season, whenever you ask him something, it's always like a thoughtful response. It's a measured response, but there's not a lot of like personality behind it. It's kind of like, just like mission minded, cyborg like, a little bit like Kawhi, but not like to that extreme. But yeah, like, seeing that happen on stage, everybody kind of laughed. Like he was laughing, everybody kind of laughed with him. It was cool. And also Shane Gillis, he was the host. He made a joke about, he was like, SGA is here. He's like, yeah, awesome, man. So now everybody around him, right? Everybody sitting around him is in foul trouble. And of course, Drew laughed, and Shea, to his credit, he laughed it off too. So like, I think people are seeing, a different side of Shea in terms of like his personality, and that will go a huge way in his marketability. And in terms of, we talk about faces of the league, people are so quick to anoint Anthony Edwards, Nikola Jokic, Victor Wembanyama, guys like that, face of the league.
Remember when Ja was the face of the league? That was a crazy time.
Yeah, and he had us figured out too. So
he has us figured. I mean, Memphis beat us in the summer league. They have us figured out.
But yeah, no, Shea absolutely has a huge stake in the claim for face of the league with this year alone. Like, forget about the body of work, him like escalating to this point, like year by year, little by little. But this year alone, man, like MVP, scoring title, NBA All-Star, first team All-NBA, Western Conference Final MVP, NBA champion, NBA Finals MVP, and now his first signature shoe dropped. NBA 2K cover athlete. Now, best NBA player or ESPY for best NBA player and ESPY for best male athlete. Like it just keeps stacking up, man. Like I said, trophy merchant. Dude's a trophy merchant.
I found the clip of him messing up on the.
Oh, did you?
On the thing, yeah.
I wish I know what he was saying.
Yeah, let's see.
First off, I'd like to thank the ESPYs for an amazing award show, an opportunity to win an award like this, obviously. Then I want to say congrats to all the nominees on amazing seasons. Then I want to say...
Oh, they censored it early.
Let me run it back. Then I want to say thank you to all the previous nominees and award winners. To be a part of a list like this.
Oh, look at those guys looking fly.
And an honor.
Such a swaggy team.
A dream come true. And for dreams to come true, it takes a village. And my village has nothing been short. Wow. I am messing up here. Okay. 2.
He's not a speaker. He's a baller.
It takes a village. And my village has been nothing short of special since the start of my journey. Starting with my wife, my mom, my dad, my brother, Simon, Ike, Nate, Nam, Vince, Sunday, Maurice.
Yeah, I think he just names a bunch of people, but that was the part he messed up. It was cool. Cool moment.
For all the things he messed up, he wasn't messing up naming those names.
He speaks his words on the court. in metaphorically. He doesn't need to speak them through his verbal words. Yeah, that's where he's eloquent.
Yeah, absolutely. The only other thing that I had, and I remembered it as we saw iHeart there. iHeart's been on like a little bit of a media.
I was trying to pull that up earlier when you mentioned his name. I couldn't find it. Let me see if I can do another search. So he cooked Gil.
Yeah, he did. It was on my Twitter. I think Hayden.
Oh, here it is.
Shout out Hayden. He actually posted the YouTube version of it too.
Let me pull this up real quick. This is gold.
Which, by the way, Hayden, I did not see your tweet when I put it out there.
And y'all had all that leftover liquor, man. Y'all got to get to it next time.
The funny thing,
it's the same interview, but it's a different one.
Different clip. My bad. I'll keep looking. I just saw the clip and I was like, oh, it has to be it.
Yeah, while you're pulling that one up, Nick brought it up. That's what I was going to say. He was on Jimmy Kimmel, which bummer Jimmy Kimmel wasn't on. He had a guest host. It was Chris DiStefano, I think's what his name was. And apparently he's like a rabid Knicks fan. And he's like, man, congratulations on the title. Just wish you would have done it for the Knicks. And he asked him what it would take to come back to the Knicks. And iHeart said Guillermo, which honestly, same. iHeart. Guillermo's the GOAT. Oh, yeah, here's the quit for Underdog.
Dude, Hayden popped off. He
did.
God damn. Here we go.
Kill Hayden.
I mean, before we keep going, hey, Gil, you said 0%?
Huh?
You said 0%?
Yeah, I did.
By the way, no shot. He didn't hear what he said, but he just was like stalling for trying to figure out an answer.
He's like, no. He's
like, huh?
Out on it.
Huh? Me? Huh? What'd you say? Clearly into the mic, huh?
Hey, Gil, you said 0%?
Huh?
You said 0%?
Yeah, I did. But the context is I'm a Laker fan, and it was the beginning. So if we're gonna win it, then you guys have a 0% chance of winning.
I mean, I think that might have been like one of your worst takes instead of like the international pimp. I'm from Germany. Damn. I've never seen you pimping out there.
Shit.
So I might be between
Space, bro.
I'm pretty sure he had other teams above 0% that weren't the Lakers too. So let's call him a bull on that too. He was scraping for something. I love that he called him out though. That was great.
Yeah, that made me happy. That made me really happy. Also, it's similar but not the same. Alex Caruso went on the Pat McAfee show after we won the title.
I think I saw this, yeah.
And Pat McAfee, obviously he's a Pacers fan because he played in Indy and now Indy's his home. And he was just giving him a hard time on top of it. So that was really funny.
Yeah, Caruso had I think he was on what's his name? Dan something.
Levitard?
No, the older guy. I can't remember his name now, but I remember something. I was watching the little clip of that, and I thought there was something good in there, but I can't find it. It's kind of not going to matter too much. But yeah, I love the media tour we're doing right now. It's great. Just get to relive some of the memories and moments.
Oh yeah, it also came out that Jalen Williams he got interviewed by TMZ Sports, which I was actually shocked that Dub did an interview with him. Oh, yeah, Brooks Barnheiser's nose is currently bleeding.
Are you surprised? I mean,
love that guy. He did an interview with TMZ Sports in which he said that he is retiring his parents. They've served in the Air Force for his life, and he's retiring them. So yeah. Shout out Dub on that. That's awesome.
Yeah, cool moment. Gave him his parents an amazing gift. I think this is kind of a long thing, so I won't play it, but it's cool.
Yeah. He also said that the guy was asking about the parade, and he said, "I think if we petitioned for a second parade, like it would be even bigger than the first time."
Yeah, give people time because the first parade was like
spur of the moment on a Tuesday.
36 hours after they won, something like that.
Yeah.
So if you schedule it like a week out, Dan Patrick show. Thank you, Nick, in the chat. That's what it was.
Nick's killing it in the chat right now.
I don't remember what it was anyway, so I'm not going to go try to look for it. But he had a good interview there. But anyway, if they had like a week to hit my desk, a week to announce it, I think you would get a ton more fans. But the fact that still crazy for
he said like it was like 600,000 or whatever, but he said like if you or no, iHeart said that in his interview, but if you did it on like a Saturday where and in advance, like people knew about it.
I honestly don't even know how they would pull that off. I think there would be almost too many people because there was like snipers on every roof. There were cops. Like,
really?
I'm not. Yeah, they're every single because I mean they have to, right? It's like you can't.
No, especially after like what happened at the Chiefs Super Bowl parade a couple years ago.
But it's just crazy. Like that's how much like artillery they had. Can't imagine what they'd have to do if it was twice as much or however many more.
Yeah,
it'd be fun. Be fun.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. Last thing I wanted to bring up, and it was actually the only thing that we had to talk about yesterday, was we played a summer league game yesterday also, and it was the debut of one Branden Carlson in the summer league, and dude went nuts, Tierney. Dude went nuts.
Yeah, he signed his contract. We celebrated his
still a two-way contract.
Yeah, so crazy nobody tried to go get him, but
right.
I'm glad he had his moment. 4 for 6, 9 of 13. I only watched the highlights. I was not able to watch the game, but yeah, just I'm glad for him. I don't know. I hope he gets an opportunity. I don't know if it's going to be here necessarily, but I hope he gets an opportunity soon to play some meaningful minutes.
It was cool because he's like a Chet White type player. And so it was cool to get to see what that will look like next to Jokic. It was cool to see just like a competent big man next to Jokic and AJ Mitchell out there. Very first game that he's out there, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks. And what was awesome is he was decisive, man. Like he was taking dudes off the dribble. As soon as that ball hit his hands on the 3-point line, it was going up with confidence. And like good form, and obviously battling on the boards, being a shot blocking machine. Isaiah Thomas could not stop singing his praises on the broadcast, saying like how did this guy go undrafted? Branden, he had like a summer league standout list, and he said, and now I'm about to put Branden Carlson on as well. Yeah, look at that, man. Like Topic with the hook pass over the head right into Branden Carlson. And that's the thing about Topic's passing, and we've talked about it a lot, but like it's so important, is when he passes that ball, like, oh my God, the no-look lob was so fair.
This is what we've been wanting in the summer league, is like a big man who can like do this little pick and this part right here, like a pick and turn the volume off, but set a screen and then just have like a lob threat. We just haven't had that.
Roll, baby.
Haven't had that too much with our big men so far. So it unlocked a little bit of Topic, a little more of his playmaking too. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, but if you saw on that pass, like when AJ passed it to Carlson, it was behind him and he had to turn around. Anytime Topic is passing to those guys, it's right in the shooter pocket. So it's like one fluid motion.
Yeah.
And, like I said, obviously Carlson's a two-way guy. Like, he did very good in the summer league. And, obviously he's a solid player. We saw what he could do against the Cavs last year, dropping 15 points in terms of like, his shooting and his rim protection and whatnot. But he's not Chet Holmgren. And if Topic is doing this with Branden Carlson, just imagine what he's going to do with Chet Holmgren, man. It's going to be an absolute movie.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a Thunder in the chat. We were just talking about SGA winning that award. He in his little speech. But yeah, Trophy Merchant. Yeah, I'm excited for him. I think he's probably still going to be mostly G League, but you never know. You never know, especially with like, again, kind of thinking about long future stuff. And how Isaiah Hartenstein's probably not going to be here for a long time. Who else can sort of fit in that somewhat of that role? It's a possibility.
Yeah, he's shooting that
obviously much better shooter, but
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, he's I was very impressed by him. I was wanting him to play with Topic and AJ again today, so he can have another good performance. It didn't look like he had as good a performance today because they didn't have like a
good
creator out there.
They were just it was a whole new group of guys, and they were just uncomfortable for most of that game. They kind of figured it out at the end, but
yeah, he had 10, 4, and 2, 3 to 7 shooting, 1 to 3 from deep. So
yeah,
a little bit of a far cry from the first time.
Brooks Barnhiser's 19 points and 9 rebounds, a steal and 2 blocks, 8 of 12 from the field.
Yep.
Insane.
Got to clean up from the free throw line though. I can't have misses from the free throw line. 3-6 there.
Yeah, he should be getting a lot of those.
Yeah, no, he was also, he's been so fun.
I don't know if you guys have talked much about the Youngblood guy.
Of course.
I mean, he's a hooper.
He's my pick for the last two-way spot.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah.
Barnhiser's never mind, he's a second round pick.
Barnhiser will probably get one of the two-way spots. Carlson already got one of the two-way spots. Flagler's on the Hawk Summer League, and we got the news that Dukas is going to Brisbane. So there's one two-way spot available.
Okay. I didn't know about Dukas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of makes sense.
Euro Thunder says, what's the news on Sorber? It seems like he's ramping up, I think is the terminology that people have been using for him. They just don't want to rush anything with him because
I don't know if there's anything super new.
Yeah, it's a big man with a foot injury. So like they're wanting to treat that with, the TLC that it deserves, try to get him right for training camp because that's really when we need him. Like I agree, it would have been so awesome to see him out there with Topic and AJ Mitchell in the Summer League, but it's more awesome to have him healthy and in the center rotation this year because we saw how important it is to have your big men healthy in the regular season. So I think that Sorber is going to be okay. My draft guys, around the time of the draft, I asked them like if he would put a Summer League. They're like, I don't know, but the terminology they said is his medicals came back fine. So that is the information I have.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't really see much news other than what we already knew. But yeah, I think he'll be ready. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm sort of guessing here, but I think he'll be ready to go by start of the season.
Yeah, I think he'll be good for training camp. And then we'll get to see some run in the preseason. And, how he plays in the preseason training camp will determine what kind of run he gets in regular season. But even if he's going to be a guy that's, they're going to need to send to the G League to develop because he is still young and he is still raw. Early in the year, like before the G League season actually starts, is when Mark really likes to, throw in the young guys and experiment with them. So we'll at least see some early run with Sorber.
Yeah. We haven't talked about the Bradley Beal situation because that just happened today.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know. The Suns feel. I mean, I guess they don't have to pay him $50 million every year, but now it's like what I think I did the number, it was like $19 million for the next 5 years of dead money.
It's like we did with Kyle Singler. It's like the Bucks did with Damian Lillard, like the wave and stretch, so you can get them off off the team, and like the number that you're paying to get off the books is a little bit smaller.
Yeah, I just feel like in this era of the CBA, that type of dead money is like killer.
Yeah, it could be. And I think the Clippers losing Norm Powell.
This definitely helped that.
I mean, yeah, like Bill, but basically they lost Norm Powell and they got Brad Beal and John Collins. So I think the Clippers are better. It's just last year was kind of like a perfect storm in terms of them like staying healthy and playing so well. We'll see if they can continue that. Going into the season because there's definitely injuries at the top of the NBA, like in terms of like the stars, but a lot of those injuries are in the East. The West is going to be a bloodbath once again, and the person bringing most of the blood is the Oklahoma City Thunder on top. So get ready.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Norman Powell did a lot more for the Clippers team than many people realize because I think like
he was a borderline all-star. Like,
wasn't
there was a lot of people had him as an all-star snub.
wasn't he like 50% from 3 by like January, February? I feel like it was something crazy like that. And it was like 8 attempts a game.
Yeah, he was super efficient from 3. I don't remember if he's at 50% or not, but yeah,
he was up there for a long time. I remember we had a podcast about it, and I just remember that we talked about it. But
it was great.
Yeah, I don't know. Bradley Beal's obviously a really good shooter, and so we'll see. But he's also it's just now you have 3 of your top guys who are all extremely highly injury prone, and I feel like that's just kind of like it's basically the Sixers again, but just in the West.
Yeah, we'll I was trying to see what Beal shot. He shot about 38.6% on 5 attempts last year. Let's see what Norm Powell shot.
He missed a lot of this season too.
Yeah. Golly, stupid Verizon ad, bro. Okay. Yeah, Norm shot 41.
It's crazy. Uh-oh. I think we lost him. If I can find it. But yeah, crazy addition for the Clippers. I feel like if this was the team from like 5 years ago for all those guys, they would have been a lot better, but they could still be run. I don't think they're cracking top 4 in the West yet. But yeah. So, yeah, all I know is Norman has the highest percentage on 3-point shots against us, so to have him on the East is fine by me. Good point. I didn't know that. I didn't know that stat. Thank you, Nick. You're back. Hello.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. My internet just decided to disconnect.
I heard the 41%, and then that's all I needed, I guess.
41% on 7.1 attempts. So shot better percentage on higher volume.
Yeah. So they kind of replaced it, but not really.
Did they trade Norm Powell because he was up for an extension? He was very good for them. I would say so. And I mean, I think he's going to be very helpful for that Miami team as well. So.
Oh yeah. I still don't really know what Miami is, like what their future core roster's going to look like, but at least for the short term, they've got even more shooting. So
yeah, they extended Davion Mitchell over the offseason, I think, too. So between like Davion and Hero and Bam, and I guess they're waiting to see what they do with Andrew Wiggins, whether he's going to go to LA or Golden State, if they're going to get Jonathan Kuminga, who knows?
Yeah, I mean Tyler Hero is up for an extension, I think. Oh, right now, yeah. So I just don't know what they do.
Give that man the bag.
And yeah, Norman Powell is up for an extension. This is his last year on his contract. I think they're estimating him at $30 million, so it's like 18% of the cap. I don't know why Terry Rozier is estimated at $40 million.
Oh God,
something's off with this estimation. Then you got Fontecchio. I can never say that name, but I actually do like him.
Fontecchio.
I think I messed up every syllable.
You messed it up so bad. I had to think about how to say it.
I messed up every syllable. Wow. And Hayward Highsmith up for no, he's not. He's rookie.
Yeah, they lost Duncan Robinson. I know.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I just don't know what they do. Like, because I just don't know if like Hero, Bam, and whoever else is like a good enough core 3 for a championship team. But we'll see. It's not our problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Tierney, we covered a lot today. I've got to drive to West Virginia in the morning, so I'm ready to go to bed.
Same. Good pod.
Yeah, all the people in the chat, shout out to you guys for coming through.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead and like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. We hit 1,000. We hit our goal, over the past couple weeks. So
thank you.
Let's keep building that up. Next goal is 1,500. Let's keep it going. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when we go live, as we will be doing twice a week, usually Tuesday through Friday. But if Nova decides not to sleep, or there's just like a news dump on the day after, we might move it to Wednesday. But yeah, with that being said, I hope everybody has a great